He is doing really well right now. Okay, now Jim is going to try to continue his run. Dan. How many? 5, 4, 6. So far, how many in a row? Okay. He's got another one. That's 6 so far? Is that 6? No, I know, but how many first run? 6 on his run? Okay, he's keeping track of the run here. I kind of lost track of the run. I believe that he's on a run of 6. I think the players usually count him out. So Jim has the high run of the tournament right now. I believe that's what he just yelled out. And I got so excited watching all those boogers being made that I lost track of the count. But I'm pretty sure it was 6. We'll see if he makes this one. It'll be a 7. Let's see what happens here. Watch this. Jim is on a roll. Yes, he has got 7 right now, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching a run in the making. Beautiful. He has a present run. You know, Jim likes to kind of show off on that. I think that stream. He's got his friends back there in New York and the bigger players all over the world, and he's coming after you guys. He's got a run of 7 right now, so he is doing really well. He's made some beautiful shots. He's going to continue to go after him. He's got to make a decision now whether to drop that off the left side of the yellow, or what he may do is just go 3 cushions off red. Yes. Oh, he's going to go 4 cushions around the table. Watch it to keep the red ball at this end of the table. Look at this. Look at this shot. A little bit. Watch. Keep an eye on it. Watch it. Watch it. Look at this. Oh, he got it. Oh, that's 8. That is 8. Well, you couldn't have asked for a better match right now. Chris is over there with 1, and he's probably wondering if he's going to get back to the table right now. Wow, Jim has really got the speed down. He made his adjustments, figured it out, and he is on a roll. Now, he's going to try 5 rails around the table. No, wait, he's rethinking. He may go rail first off the red ball. He's thinking about it, because sometimes in those 5 railers, there's a kiss in the shot. Yeah, he's going to go 5 rails around the table, maybe pick up a 6th rail down here by the red. Watch the cube go completely around the table, everybody. Okay, he's coming around. Now, watch the yellow ball. Yes, he's got another one. That is 9. Look at this. And look at the position. He's got 9 right now. Jim's definitely on a roll. And the score is 11-1 with a run of 9. Wow, this is pretty exciting. I'm glad I was able to sit in on this one. We don't see this very often here. Oh, he went long on it. He let up a little bit on that shot, missed it, and that was a kind of a natural shot. Great run, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and give him an applause out there. Okay, Jim, they're applauding for you, buddy. Good job. 9, a run of 9. That may be the high run for the tournament when we're done, because that's just a tremendous run. Nice to watch that. That's the beautiful part of the game. Okay, the score's 11-1, and Chris has got some work to do now. He's got to try to make a comeback. But if Chris can put together a nice run, it'll be close again. So. He's going to go rail first here, it looks like. He's going to try to go off the long rail, off the outside of the red ball, in cushion of the long rail. Oh, no, look what he did. He drew that ball back. That's a really hard shot. He did it really well. He drew that back. My angle must be off a little bit here. Of course, the way I was shooting in my first game, I guess that's why I'm not picking them out right. I couldn't get the feels right. Must have been shooting the wrong shots. Here we go. Watch this one. This is maybe a dipsy doodle shot. Nope. Look at this. I don't think he was trying to reverse that. He was trying to go 4 rails around the table. Okay. Chris O'Brien is from Boston. So we have two New Englanders up here basically that are going at it. I know New York's not technically New England, but we have Massachusetts, which is one of those New England states, and close enough. New York's right next to it, so they're having a little duel for the northeast region of the U.S. right now. Keep in mind the top 4 players from this tournament will go to the Nationals in February, mid-February. Go to the USBA site, usba.net, and you can actually see the actual information for the national event. That's in Tacoma, Washington. And that event will be 35 players, and they will come from all over the United States. They're the top players from around the United States, playing for 3 or 4 days out there, and they will just have 1 week of great time at the Tacoma Elks up there. And Daryl Stutzman's kind of running the logistics up in that area at the club, and the players are really looking forward to that. So this is one of the last tournaments where players have a chance to actually win a free berth into that. The winners of this get free entry, plus they will get $200 expense money just for showing up for the event. So they're actually playing for something here that means quite a bit to them. Number one, the fact that they're playing and enjoying the role is what Three Cushion's all about. But at the same time, they get a bonus, and they'll pick up a little spend money and maybe a top 4 position here at this tournament, which will put them with free entry to the Nationals. Okay, so we have a little bit of a lull in the score. It's 11-1, and Jim's going to try to get back on that roll again and make a few more. Now, he's doing some calculations here, but if you look at on the rail top, some of you that may not play Three Cushion, on top of the rails there's those little white dots. Those are called diamond sights, and there are mathematical ways of calculating shots in the game of Three Cushion billiards. So you can actually do some mathematical calculations, combine it with some feel, and have a better chance of making the shots. So Jim's made his calculations. Let's see what happens here on this. He's hitting it nice and smooth, coming down to the rail, coming over. I don't believe he hit it quite hard. Oh, it was a nice shot, Jim. Didn't hit it quite either firm enough or maybe just a little more spin. He did a real nice job on that, though. And Chris is going to have to climb this rope now. He's got himself in a situation where he's down by 10 points, and that's quite a hill to climb when you're going only to 20. But, you know, an individual that plays this game knows that you can, what they call freeze up sometimes. You can be at a certain lead or a certain position in your game, even if you only need 1 point, and you can freeze up. And what they call, and you just can't seem to make that last billiard or a series of billiards you need to get out. So even though you're really hot 1 minute, the next minute you can kind of go cold again just for whatever reason it might be. And it's very interesting to watch the players go through the emotional different realms that they run into in this game. Okay. Chris is still going a little bit wide on the shots. And he still hasn't quite made his adjustment to the longer angle. I think I've got somebody in the booth here with me. What is your name, young fellow?
Hey guys, Professor Q over here. Just got away from the
Right down. Yeah, I'm talking to, I was going to say a dummy, but this is my buddy over here. What's your name? What happens to be your name? You want to tell
Hey
me?
guys, Professor Q Ball here. Just got away to do a little bit of from the computer to say hello. And I just see he ran, what did he run?
He had a beautiful run of 9.
A run of 9, that's pretty good.
You like that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you mentioned that we're at the Pendennis Club, founded in 1881, and we have a beautiful venue here. I want to say a few words about my sponsors. Okay, I want to thank James Barnett for helping out with the Ustream donation, and Stan Lombardi, and also Bob Watson of the High Run. And I'm going to give it back to Tom Rossman. I'll sit here for a few minutes, and I got to get back to work.
What was that you just said, Paul, about work?
Work. I mean,
Work.
you guys are having fun here and everything, and I got to get over by the computer and start entering some of these great matches. But we'll be back. We'll be back.
Thanks for a job well done, Paul. Keep the
one-
tournament going, buddy. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, one last thing. I want to thank also Samurai Q's for the cue that they're someone's gonna be winning here, and we thank him very much, Samurai Q's.
Thanks, Paul, for joining us for a few minutes. We appreciate it. Stop back if you get a chance. Okay. Jim's back on the table again. Coming around 3 rails. Watch this now, everybody. Watch it. Keep an eye on it. It's going to be a good one. There's another point. Now, he was trying to just come into the 2 balls, but that happens when they're close to a rail like that. They came into the first ball. It hit the end rail and spun back out into the other ball. And you'll see that will happen once in a while. It's kind of a lesser form of a scratch. I mean, it still is a scratch, but bottom line is that the players, again, as I said, I think sometimes you deserve to get those because there's too many times when you're just a shade off, and I think it kind of balances out sometimes. Even though if it's against you, it doesn't appear to be balancing out. Okay, he's going to go 3 rails now and catch both of these balls. It's called a basic lag or bank shot. Coming like that. Boom. Boy, Jim's on the systems. Jim uses a lot of systems, and he made a beautiful, beautiful hit on that. Good calculation, good execution. Good point. 13-1. If Jim can just be steady now and just make a billiard, make another one, and keep doing that, he should get out here with his victory. Comes again. Boy, Jim is really hitting the balls well right now. Boy, I tell you, when they told him he was going to be on that stream table, he must have really got excited about that because he is doing well. I'm sure the guys back there in New York have seen him play this way many times. I think I've seen Jim play this way one other time. I don't get a chance to play that many tournaments, but it's a joy to watch somebody to hit the balls with this kind of skillful execution. So keep up the good work, Jim. And Brian, you too. I'm hoping that Chris O'Brien picks up here pretty soon a few. How do you hit that one? Nope. You see when he swung his cue there, he was trying to pull it over. He didn't hit that quite wide enough. He came in a little bit to the short side, trying to hold it up a little bit. Okay. Come on, Brian. Chris O'Brien here. We're gonna give a big root for him right now, hoping that he can put together a couple billiards for us. It gets kind of frustrating sometimes when you get down by a wide margin and feel like it's quite an uphill battle, but anything can happen until that last point is made. He's going to drop here off this left side around the table, coming around to the ball. Yes, there we go. There's a second point. Good job. That away. Okay. So our score is 14-2 now. Jim Shovak is leading. Chris O'Brien from Boston. It's a pleasure to have these guys come in here from all over the United States and just to watch their styles and to watch their joy. You can just watch them. It's the passion about playing this particular game. It's hard to explain. 3 cushion is actually my favorite game also, even though I'm professionally into the artistic movement. I still love the 3 cushion field. This is actually how I got started back in college days and fell in love with the game of 3 cushion because of the angular steady and the artistic side of it all, where you're drawing the pictures. Now, Jim, you just watch him now. He's going to calculate a shot around the table. 5 rails off the right side of the red, hopefully with no kiss. You watch the red ball as it goes back and forth. If you drive that red ball straight back and forth across the table, he probably won't get a kiss. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. He actually drove the red backwards into the corner so he wouldn't get the kiss. And the cue ball comes on down, catches this other rail. 6. Boom. No problem. Yep, he's got the touch right now for the shots. You notice how easy he hit that? These tables are really fast, so you just get it rolling. The beautiful part about the balls, they're going to roll because they're round. It used to be an old Fats joke. He used to talk about that. Okay, Jim's spinning that ball. Going down to that long. That was a 2-railer. That doesn't count. He only got 2 rails on that. But he is leading right now. The score is 15-2. And once again, Pendennis Club has they recovered these tables before we came in here. We was here last year for the inaugural event. And Paul Franco, Professor Cubo, started this little venture. It's great. They were willing to open up their home to us. This is a private club that is just an awesome historical registry place in Louisville, downtown Louisville, and it's hard to explain how beautiful it really is. All kinds of nice amenities and everything, and in these beautiful billiard tables that are here. They also have 2 pool tables that are 10-foot pool tables. Look at this shot. That was almost one of those long drop shots on a bank type shot. And last night we did a show for the Pendennis Club on their 10-foot pool table, which they also recovered, and the members had a chance to see a few of the fancy shots on the pool table. And then Professor Cubo did some magic after that, so it was a pretty exciting evening. Okay, Jim has kind of spun that ball, but he didn't really go through the ball with enough oomph. A little bit more power on that shot. Yeah, you watch him, he's sitting down there in the back, and he kind of tested his stroke. He didn't quite go through it. You could see what he was trying to do with his arm. He didn't go through the shot. He knew that. He left him a very difficult shot. He's down here way up on this rail, and he's got to try to go around the table and try to catch this ball. I don't think that's going to go long enough. That was a really, really difficult shot. But he gave it his best shot. And he leaves Jim a couple of options. One is to drag it back around 3 rails off the left side of the yellow, and the other one is to go 4 rails, drive the yellow ball back and forth across the table. And the other option is to go with the cue ball off the left side, back and forth across the table. The only problem is there may be a kiss in that. So let's see what he does. It looks like he's going to go back and forth across the table. He's got to kind of accelerate this a little bit. Let's see what happens. He got out of the kiss. Oh, he's not done yet. He's not done yet. Look at this shot, everybody. Look at his shot. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. In fact, I'm going to say that again. You got to be kidding me. I bet you, I can't tell from this angle, but I will guarantee you there's not more than a piece of paper between that cue ball and that rail. Jim just shaking his head trying to figure out what happened on that one. He hit that ball so sweet. He got on that end rail and it just hugged the rail the whole time, so the table's nice and level. And when you get a beautiful level table like this, you hit it that way, it's going to stay level. So he's going 3 rails on this, Chris is. How's it look? That was a nice shot. Oh, he's got himself a little position shot. He's going to, I think, just stay on the end rail for this shot, spin the cue ball with reverse English and stay right on that end rail up there. He's going to hit the end rail first. A little bit of left English. It's called reverse English for this shot. Go to the long rail after hitting the end rail, spin back to the short rail, and hit both of those balls. He's going to drop it closer to that corner, it looks like. There he did, just like he did it. Double kiss, oh, he got it. You see, he went to 3-cushion shot. That was a reverse 3-cushion. Beautiful shot. Good job there. Okay, Chris is scoring some points now. He's up to 4. He can still put together a run and get back in this game. He's now going to, I think he's going to go off the, he's kind of maybe stay on the end of the table. It looks like he might be hit. Yeah, he's coming around this way. Look at this shot. Yeah, he tried to spin back. I think the reason he did that was to keep there's also a tendency for there to be a defensive maneuver. You want to play the offensive shot, but keeping in mind that you can also get defensive ingredients into the shot. He was trying, the reason he went off that long rail first was to drive the other ball up to this end of the table. and keep the cue ball at his end, but he hit it a little bit too full, and it drove the cue ball back up to where Jim is right now. I'm not sure what happened to Jim on that shot. It's like he's moving his body now for some reason. He's trying to score those last points, and when you try too hard, you've probably heard that before. When you try too hard, you actually are trying too hard. You want to go ahead and set your shot in your mind, establish the English you want to use, establish the image of the shot completely, see it in your mind work, and then do an instant replay. And then just trust that it's going to happen. Don't try to overthink it. If you do, you'll probably try to steer it and it won't work. Now, that's a pretty shot. That was a nice shot. Okay. Beautiful job, Chris. It is 15-5. And we're up to 24 innings right now, so Chris's average is 5, let's say 25 innings. It's about 1/5. He's got about a .2 average right now. And it's 15 on the other side, so that's, let's see, 2/3, about .66666667 for Jim Shovak. Okay, a little bit wide again. As you're watching these players, you want to watch again when they hit the ball what their body does. If you hit your cue ball while your body is moving, I'm talking about not your arm, not your wrist, your head wants to be fixed. So if you want to try any game, whether it be billiards, carom billiards like this, 3 cushion, pocket billiards, pool, which all of you probably know all about, or snooker billiards, or even Russian pyramid billiards over in Moscow and in Europe, you want to keep that body solid. Now watch Jim and see if you can watch his body. He's raising up. You notice how he's raising up a little bit? That raising up is costing us some accuracy. He probably doesn't realize he's doing that right now because he's pushing a little bit hard to get those final points, and that happens when you have to get the points to win. Even though you got a big lead, you try a little too hard, and the body tries to help it out. Instead of just letting the arm swing go, and then your body, if it moves after you hit the ball, so be it. But before you hit that cue ball, before that Q-tip strikes that cue ball, you must keep your body locked firmly in position. You can always tell when a player is making a kind of almost a indecisive move when their body moves. Now that was interesting. Chris was trying to move that, I believe, that red ball over to the corner pocket with the cue ball. Sometimes they call what's called time shots. I think you're going to see a billiard here now. If Jim doesn't move his body on this, he will probably make this point. He's going to drag the cue ball around the table, 3 cushions probably. It looks like that's what his shot is. Yeah. He's going to drag. He may even come to the short side, but I think he's got to go wide on this. Let's see what he does. Okay, he went wide. Now watch the cue ball now. Spinning down. He went long again. Isn't it interesting that you can watch a player make a run of 9, precision, everything just right, and all of a sudden, it's 8, 9, 10 inches from the ball. That's no discredit to Jim. Jim's an awesome player, but you can just imagine a gentleman of this caliber who's a highly advanced player doing a great job, that even when you've got that lead, you start thinking about it. Out of the corner of your eye, you look up at the score or something, and you think, well, I think I got this game won. And all of a sudden, we try to get those extra points, and we end up steering the shot and missing it. So remember to always be relaxed. Stay focused. When you stay focused, oh, that was a nice try. Here's kind of the ritual, everyone. Get into your pre-shot routine. When you get ready to hit the ball, the cue ball, be focused with your eye on something. Object ball, cue ball, whatever it might be, but be focused on something. That triggers an extreme implant of the left brain, keeping it focused. While the left brain is busy, focused, the right brain relaxes and releases the cue stick. If you don't relax, you can't let the cue go natural, and the body moves. So Focus, concentrate, relaxation, and score. Oh, wow. Look at this shot. Close. Jim was reversing that down the long rail. It's going to be interesting to watch what happens here in this match now, because Jim is freezing up. Remember I was talking about freezing up before. He's shot 4 or 5 innings now and hasn't made a billiard. And it's either lost a little bit of his rhythm, thinking about it, whatever it is. It happens to everybody. It happens even to I saw Kuhlman's one time, who is one of the top players of all time in the game of 3-cushion billiards and other disciplines of the game of carom, that froze up on a shot one time, 12 innings on an out shot. I think it was a 35-point game, and he took him 12 innings. So it just happens to anybody, and it's hard to explain why sometimes. You try a little too hard. Well, let's see now what Jim can do again. He hasn't really had too many really easy shots now. This one's no duck either. For those who don't know what a duck is basically an easy shot. I think Bob Burns calls it duck soup. So, Bob, if you're watching in, thanks for that wonderful designation to an easy shot in the game called duck soup. I was over in Moscow doing an exhibition one time, and I explained to everybody it was a duck soup shot, and they asked me what duck soup tasted like. So Bob has great wit and passion for 3-cushion as well, and hopefully he's watching some of these players today. So thank you, Bob, for your dedication and support to this game. Well, see there? He wasn't getting those kiss outs before. That cue ball went up and knocked that red out, and it cost him the shot. Wow. And he's given Chris a chance to kind of get a little more confidence and get back in this game, but hopefully Chris can kind of get a couple breaks and a little bit of rhythm, and we're going to have a real slugfest here if he can get the score up around 11 or 12, because then that pressure really mounts. Once again, it's a pleasure to be here, and I want to thank the Pendennis Club, all the sponsors of the event, and the Ustreamers here for coming in and doing the work. We'll just watch them roll for a while. And, well, we may not watch this one roll. This is not an easy shot. I'm not sure what Jim's going to do. He looks like he could go. He may even go try to go rail first off of red. I don't know if that might just work. He may try that shot. Either that or try to go back and forth across the table. Yeah, I think he looks like he may be going rail first. Let's find out. Yep. Now see on that shot, that was, I think, probably a really good shot to do, because what happens is if the cue ball hits that first ball after coming off that rail, it kicks back to the long rail again, and it widens the angle out to the second rail. Or in this case, it would have been the third rail, the short rail, and he would have got the yellow. But the problem is that it's so far away from the rail, you got to hit it with a little bit more what they call pop, P-O-P. A little bit more pop on the shot, and that way it'll kind of kick back to that long rail. So keep that in mind. If a ball is further away from the rail, you have to pop it a little bit more to get it back to the rail, or hit it a little bit fuller. How do you hit it? They're going to make? Nope. Okay, good try, Chris. Hang in there, buddy. I like to root for both players. I like to see them both score, and I like to see them both just enjoy that roll. And so if you've never tried 3-cushion, I encourage you to contact the USBA at usba.net, and Jim Shovak, who is the secretary, and his contact information is on that site, usba.net. And check into their membership benefits and their tour and all of these events like this. And there's coaching available. There's DVDs and books and hundreds of things you can do to learn this game. So if you are interested in this game, fascinated with what you're seeing, feel free to contact Jim Shovak, S-H-O-V-A-K, at usba.net, and he will get you some information on how to play the game. They have rules, and they have instructional diagrams. Professor Cuball has made up some special instructional diagrams and a little kit that helps you on that. All of that stuff's available to help you to play this beautiful game, and this game will help your other games. So if you're playing regular pool and you want to improve your bank game, your kick game, figuring the angles, this game's going to help you out. So in fact, most everything that I've ever taught, I've converted from billiards over to pool because of the relationship of the rails, length being twice the width. And as a result, oh, watch this ball spin back. This is an amazing shot. That was a scratch, and he actually hit that ball off a little bit, and the cue ball hit the red ball twice, kissed it back into the other ball, made the billiard. Again, if you've just tuned in, the way you basically score in 3 cushion is simple. You, like Chris will demonstrate, you hit that's his cue ball deal for the whole match into the white. 1, 2. Oop, another kiss out. Oh, he's got kiss-itis, they call it. Let's see if we can explain. I would like to not just explain it to you. I'd like to actually have you say it. Jim may make it here. He's going to hit his cue ball is the white ball. He's going to hit the side of the yellow. Now, he can go off the red if he wants to first. You have to go off of either ball first, or you can go to the cushions first with your cue ball. It's called a kick or a bank shot. And you can actually shoot around the table and then hit both balls, or hit a rail and then a ball and then 2 more rails. The whole key is you have to hit 3 rails or more before you hit the last ball. Jim he's raising his hands in there. He is really getting frustrated, I think. You know, he's been froze up on 15 now for probably close to 8 or 9 innings, and it happens to everybody. And a player of this great skill level, and he's got something on his mind, probably thinking about those last 5 points, and instead of just 1 point at a time, 1 chalk at a time, 1 roll at a time, 1 second at a time. That's what the key is. You have to block out all the clutter that makes you think about, I'm going to win. That winning is a byproduct of doing what you're supposed to do. I don't think he hit it hard enough, did he? Nope. It's a little short. He hit it beautiful, though. That was a nice... Let's go. Look at this sleeve. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, boy. Jim kind of raised his hand up on this one. Now, if you're not familiar with this game, you're not going to look at a shot that... it's not one that most players enjoy. He's going to try to do a long drop shot here. Like this. No, he's going to go 5 rails. Now, this is pretty good. He may just pick this up. Watch. If he could pick it up, yes, sir. He just did an amazing bank shot. You fooled me on that one, Jim. It just goes to show you how much I'm out of whack here. I didn't see that natural. That was pretty much a natural for Jim, I think. Man, he hit that sweet. He's got 16 now, 16-6. Now, here's the interesting part about this match. They're up to 32 innings, so if you take 16 and double it, you're at 32. He's averaging .5 right now. If you take 16 over 32, and that's exactly 1/2, you're now talking a .5 average, which is about 2/10 below where he normally plays or better. So it's very hard to win a game if you're averaging less than 5. Generally, you'd like to be able to get in that 5 to 6 range for the average players. It's a good average for the average player. I mean, for the players that are high B level. I think Jim is a B plus average player, but most of those guys are up around, I think, up close to 8, between 6 to 8 range. But the thing of it is, when you get over 8, you're talking the A players, and in the world scene, they're up around 2, 2.25, 2.5. I mean, it's amazing how these guys can play, because again, they grew up on carom. We grew up on pool. It's a different kind of a game. Okay, so now, there you go. Chris just scored another point. It is 16-7. Chris can still pull this game out. Watch Jim over in the chair. He's thinking about it now. He's got his mind on this. What's going on? He says, how can this happen? I ran 9 and I've only got 1 or 2 at a time now. So he's kind of trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, it's not going to work. Tried to spin it, which is a good angle. When you see that shot he just shot, he tried to spin the ball with excessive side spin. And when you do that, when the cue ball, when his ball comes off that last rail, the third rail, it widens the angle out and you have a bigger target. Some of your top players do that. George Ashby, our national champion for several years, was noted for his spinning the ball. He would almost hit so far out, look like he was going to miss cue every time, but he would hit a pure stroke and he would hit it good. They want to widen that angle out. Nope. He got it. Awesome. Come out of the short side of the corner. I don't think he expected that. He was trying to go 3 rails and he got 5. Still counts on the score sheet, and by this time tomorrow nobody will remember that. So we're going to give it to you, Jim. Enjoy the moment. I hope you're enjoying this stream. This is it's a joy to be here to help you. I'm Dr. Q, and if you have watched the game and have enjoyed it a little bit, feel free to, again, as I mentioned, contact Jim at usba.net and get information and come and join us in the next tournament. We'd love to have you. There's plenty of players that are willing to help you when you're out there and to give you words of encouragement, educate you in the game. Okay, Jim is only needing, I think, 2 points right now. So this is a natural shot. Just like this, around, down like this, boom. I think he needs 1 more point. This is it. You make this shot here. It will be 20-7 if he makes it. And Jim is shooting about 0.6 right now. A little over 0.6. If he gets 20 points, it'll be just about 0.6. Oh, that's a nice hit. He had to hold it up a little bit. Should be close. That's it. The game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us on this stream match with Jim Shovak against Chris O'Brien. Jim is from New York, and Chris is from Massachusetts, and the final score is Jim Shovak 20 and Chris O'Brien 7. Thank you, and enjoy the game, and always enjoy the roll. Rack up a victory in your game and life. We'll be seeing you, everybody. Thank you.